Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a blessed day. My name's Zero, and this is Hozy. It's a cozy game about reorganizing a home and just making sure everything fits in its spot. Everything has a place, every wall has a story, every piece of trash has a little something extra to tell us. So join me as we go through this game and we organize, we rebuild, we repurpose, and just bring some joy to all that we have to offer here with some organization. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, today we are getting into Hozy. A nice little play on word for, I think, how home and cozy, if I'm being completely honest. We're all about getting everything cleaned up and kind of, it's like a little bit of a mix of a puzzle game, and then also just, not inventory management, but just space management. So it looks like we can zoom with scroll wheel. We can interact with right click. Then we can grab with left click. Ooh, we can pick up a lot at once. And I assume we drop it in the trash. Excellent. Put trash here. Use instruments to clean up. Looks like we might be painting afterwards. What's WASD? A little movement. Ooh. Wonder if we can do that to get some of this air quality up. Alright, let's grab some more of this trash. In the trash. All this going. I do see that mop. I am curious if we'll be able to mop the floor afterwards. It seems like it's an item count. How much you can pick up at once. Rather than like a specific like physical amount. So that's kind of cool. Regardless of how large we grab. Alright, collected the trash. Ooh, a little quest book up here. I assume we're mopping next. No? Can I get rid of you? I can put you outside in the abyss. Alright, clean the right window and the left window. You can do that. I assume that's what this is going to be for. I have to... Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah. I want to clean it like a cinnamon roll style. After we get these corners, I'm going to have to zoom out. Gotta love that. Alright. Clean up nice and easy in the center. I think we're on a farm or something. There's something on the outside. Oh, perfect. We did get all top. Excellent. We'll zoom in over here. Can I put this down? Oh, that went back to the other side. It's fun. Looks like there was some fun little events here. There's a little handprint. Get it nice and clean. Give it space for new memories. Excellent. Put it up. Can I... Doesn't think I'm done cleaning. Can I get the outside? Doesn't seem like it. We'll come back to that. Can't really see anything from here that makes me feel like it's not clean. Maybe we go at it from a different angle. There we go. Solve most problems by just looking at it from a different angle. Alright, paint right wall, paint left wall. And clean the floor. Let's see if we can do that next. Oh yeah. I like it super fast. We have a little bit of like stagnant air here. You can see all those particles. Might be worth keeping the window open. It's kind of gives me the same feeling as mowing the lawn. I'm just leaving some nice stripes there from the lawn. Nice and clean. Perfect. Of course, we gotta take a break to get these up here. Make sure we got all the sides and everything. We're not gonna leave a little space. This is all about being comfortable, all about optimize, and all about feeling good. Let's go all the way down. Let's do a quick perimeter sweep. And we'll come back and get the centerpiece. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the satisfying stuff. Perfect. Maybe 2 more. Yep. Oh, secret little third piece. That's alright. Alright. What color are we feeling? I do really like this green wall, so I think I'm gonna do that. Alright, let's get up here a little bit. I hope it doesn't come off onto the other wall. Oh, I love that they thought of that. Go nice and clean with it. Just slowly gonna start working from the right side in. I learned the hard way that apparently painting walls, you were always supposed to use one of these rollers. I didn't realize you can't use a paintbrush. Leaves all these streaks. But in this game, no masking tapes needed. Just get nice and clean with it. I can paint the... No, I can't paint that. I am out of paint though. Thank you. I was curious to see if it was going to let me keep going. But I guess not. Oh yeah, you can see the paint slowly coming off of it. Oh, but it's not done. Go back over some of these lighter spots. Perfect. Alright. I do want to do orange for this wall. That's currently like a purple. Just because I think it's true to what its original color. You know, maybe it's a south-facing window. It'll be a nice pumpkin color to be able to help out with it. I'll bring some more light in. Getting rid of the instructions while we're at it, so we are fully committed to figuring everything else out on our own. Let's clean up top here. We should get some more paint. Perfect. Finish with this top portion. We'll start dropping down. Can't express how happy I am that I can just cut these corners real tight without having to do like masking tape or anything. Perfect. No paint. We're almost done. Perfect. Thank you. I'm opening up some air to go through here, so it's not so much dead air. Perfect. Ooh, I didn't know we could do even extra. Okay, let's get everything out to see what we have, and then we'll figure out the rest. How does one? You can right click to open it. There we go. Anything else? We're gonna talk about how the couch fit there. Leave it for later. Can I put it outside the... Oh! Alright. So, I'm seeing a nice little possible reading nook. What do you mean you can't go there? There we go. Maybe a little social corner. We'll see. What else do we have? A beanbag. Okay. There's no way it keeps just going, right? I might keep taking stuff out until it makes it seem like there's nothing else. Okay. Little one. we doing? Okay. So we have a rough idea of how much we need. Can I get rid of this paint? Thank you. Alright. What wall decor do we have? A nice family. Can I put a... No. This is all temporary right now. I'm mostly... Ooh. Vinyl player. Let's put the radio up here. Ooh, I can change the song with that. Got fan. Nice TV. Speaker, or not a speaker, a boombox. Is that everything? Got a clock. Alright. What else we got? We got a nice lamp, even larger lamp, an entire spotlight, candle, another candle. You can light the candles, nice. Okay, I do not foresee us using this. Thank you. Always gotta be safe. Got a little fire extinguisher, globe, some stuff for a drawing area. Oh, a little stuff guy. Ooh, more stuff for the... More stuff to put up on this wall here. I do think... Oh, it's a little... Is it a cat? I think so. We'll leave it up there for now. I wonder, can I... The answer is no. I was curious if I could put that up there. Let's get zoomed back in. Alright, ooh, some nice foliage. Love it. We gotta see what we have so then we can start organizing. I do have a couple ideas. Right now I'm liking the idea of like almost like a thinking corner. We got the art piece here. We got some of the blueprints they have on the side. I feel like a lot of this other stuff should go up on the up there. Put the piece or the vinyl player down here. I don't think that's actually technically there. Okay. Try to drop it out of location. Okay. Ooh, I wonder why they have the king is watching stuff. Is it made by the same people? Get a nice little art wall going. Let's see if we can center that in a second. Okay, okay. I'm liking this. You feel it. We'll get rid of that. And definitely get rid of that. Okay. No, we're not ready to be done. Let's get to making things. So I like the idea of having the clock here so that we don't get totally lost in the sauce. And then I think we're gonna put this in the corner because I don't want it to be the main thing that we do here. I don't know what I did with the... Okay, do I need like a... I'm looking for the couch. Do I need a... There we go. The rest of this can go out. Thank you. And thank you. Alright. So what I want to do is I want to make a little talking area here with the TV kind of just shoved off into the corner so that if they do want to watch it, they can. Give it a little light behind it, a little something to contrast it. Let's make it temporary. Get this lined up and centered. Beautiful. Back it up against the wall. Center it again. Okay. Same thing for this chair. I might actually, instead of... Okay, yeah, that does better, doesn't it? Like, it's nice to have the TV, but I don't want it to be like the main talking point. Which even in regards to that, we could do something about the... We could do something about just the space in the center here. So we have, color scheme wise, we have green and orange. So I think I would like the contrast. Please. Okay, hold up. Watch this. You guys watching? 1, 2. Put them on the corners. This will go under here. So we almost have more of like a social space. More than anything. So it gives us space to put this under the window. Back this up against the wall. Also want to put this like so. And move these up. And give us a little table in the center. Obviously this is our working area, so we're going to put this up against the wall. Little filing cabinet. A little reminder about what we're doing. We have a light over there already, so I'm not concerned about putting one there. I would love, ooh, put a fan up here so that we get a nice fresh breeze. Yeah, yeah. I'd rather have put the little boombox on top of the fire so we got that going. Can light a fire. I'm sure this won't be a problem. Alright, and then I would love to have a table there. Nice lamp for lighting the place up. And then get some plants around where we can easily see it. Set the ambiance. This one, we can still see the TV from there. And I'll put one of the taller, thinner ones next to this so that we can still get it some light from the window to its side, which means we get to move this beautiful portrait over here. I feel like it's silly to put them up that high, so I'll keep them down low. I don't really have a bunch of tribal stuff. I'd rather emphasize the family. So let's do that. And then put some of the plants up here. I'll put one of the plants here. One of the bigger plants up top here. As well as this one. And with the extra space, we can set up a little candle set right here. You see the vision now? I think we're kind of cooking. I think I need to do something more like that. Bring this one in just a tad bit more. Okay. We give something to talk about. That's not the TV by putting the vinyl player in the center here. Okay, okay. Put the beanbag over where we can just appreciate the warmth of the fireplace. Okay. So, again, you have access to the TV, but it's not like the main thing you need to worry about. You got some fresh air coming in with the fan, the open window. Got a nice little sociable place. Let's see if I can straighten these out a little bit. I think I'm roughly aligned with the... There we go. Roughly aligned with the couch. Okay. And then I assume that mostly the kids would be in the beanbag, so we'll put the little toy by it. Then if you need some light, but you don't want to turn on the fire, put this over here. Okay, okay. It's coming together. What can we do with the space up here? What if we just do the 2 layers so that there's some degree of symmetry? Okay. I'm gonna turn it out a little bit more. Want to make it safe by putting it back. There we go. Okay, there's some degrees of symmetry. We just put the, maybe the toy actually gets to be up here. It's for safekeeping. And then, of course, where we've been making stuff, we will need all of our extra documents. Okay. And we'll put the fire extinguisher over by the fireplace. A little train in the background keeps throwing me off. And then I wouldn't mind putting the plant right here. It's not crowded quite yet. I want to make this more intentional. There we go. I don't love this. Well, we already have the vinyl player and also this one, so I'm not super concerned about that. I think the last thing we just need to I do want to make him just slowly peer over the TV. Maybe not ambiance, but I do think it's funny. All right, I think that's good. We got a nice little. We got two. We'll center you. We got a nice little, I don't know, kids space right over here where they got their toys, and if anything happens with the fire, we got the fire extinguisher. I'm actually gonna put that under here. There's some fresh breeze coming in from the open window. You got a nice little green space, TV if you need it, with the king watching you. Nice little talking space where you can watch, or where you can listen to some music together. And then a workspace. I think that is good. Get a good picture of this. I want him peering over. Where's like... that's the one. That's pretty good. Nice little screenshot. I think that's good for this area. So good to come home from the big city. Dad is asking for help with work while he's busy on a secret project. Completed the attic. Ah, so we must be restoring this house. Now we're going over to the small house. Okay. So we did the attic here. Now we're doing this workshop. Artist's creativeness. Let's see what he has in store for us. Oh, we get an outside space too. Beautiful. I want to see what this is like lit. Oh, I can remove these. Can I put them back? Okay, so I can't put a design. Just do one thing at a time. What's this? Can I fix the floor with this? Perfect. I was hoping that was going to be the case. I wonder, before I go through all that, I'm going to see if... what does it actually want us to do? So sweep the yard, remove the parapet, throw away old planks, and lay down new parapet. So I guess that's just the planks. Alright. That is one. Ah, excellent. We are just going to go through and get rid of all of these. Hopefully I don't have to pick these up. Judging by the fact that one just flew off the map. I'm going to assume not. We'll do this a little bit more structured. Row by row. Looks like some of them are still good, and so we can't remove those. Like, oh, that one we could. We'll remove what we can easily, and then we'll come back around. Give us a good baseline. There we go. Oh, that's so much more satisfying. I thought I had to keep clicking it. That's the one. That's the one. Imagine we could do that in real life, just it's almost as easy as building in Minecraft. Alright. This set. Perfect. I do want to see if I can get this last one. It must already be done. Alright. Perfect. Thank you. And these, are you my trash? Perfect. Grab what we can. Don't want to leave the job site dirty, so grab what we can down here. One at a time for the ones that are stuck under here, it looks like. That is a-okay. Grab the rest. Looks like there's a couple that I didn't get off when I was pulling all of these. So we'll just have to do one last pass over. Grab those. There's that. That. Want to make sure we're all clear. We obviously have that one that I still need to pick up or pry off. Beautiful. There's that. Nice little check. Alright. Watch this. Let's see how fast we can go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. That's the one. That's the one. I'm curious. They don't really have like a subfloor. Just go straight to the dirt. So I'm curious if insects would be a concern. Especially like termites or something, you know? But hey, I'm not the builder. Should we put like a smiley face up on this wall? I think that could be fun. Alright. Put you there. Did these just get swept away? Kind of sweep them into the abyss. Sweep them into the abyss and go from there. You know, everybody's favorite part of traditional homes, the abyss that they have outside. You can just throw everything away into. Alright. Nice. I see. Well, for the last tiny bit of leaves I have, I will do it properly. Push these into here. Excellent. It's not done. Okay, these I will push into the abyss. Into the abyss. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. For that. Can I put it in the trash? Okay. Alright, what do we have left? Okay, we finished it actually. Ooh, so we do have to move stuff in. Huge things. We got some paint. Honestly, I kind of like the traditional style, so I do think I'm going to keep it white. Is this for this? It looks like it was. Can I paint the floor? No? Okay, that's fine. Here we are. Or the walls. Alright, so it doesn't need a fresh paint. I do honestly really like the white. I think this could also look nice. It's like green. So just to give it a change. Give it a nice coloring. Good. It looks like it doesn't get on any of the extra stuff. I want to make sure. There we go. Gotta paint, wait a little bit more. Perfect. Could I have that back, please? Thank you. Looks like it might need 2 per wall. Or 3 passes per wall. Yeah. Just about. Alright. Get this going. Beautiful. Well, that's a properly painted wall, if you ask me. Divide this in half real quick. I am glad that it looks like it is going to have us move some stuff in, because I didn't know if it was just fixing the floor and everything. Kind of one of those games that we've played in the past where your aim is just to fix certain things. It's not to fix everything. But you know, jack of all trades, being able to fix everything would be nice. Also, not always necessary. Alright. Do we want to do this as like an accent wall and then leave one of the walls white? I honestly kind of like that. Specifically because this would be a nice accent to the top there. Unpack the furniture. So it doesn't have an opinion about these. I'm just thinking like it's a nice contrast to the white of that, and then the gold is a nice contrast to the white of this. And I know we could swap these to this purple. Make a smiley face. Oh, it is off-centered now. Let me see that. Oh, there we go. We'll leave a nice smiley face for the artist. Alright, what do we have? Looks like we're gonna have a painting corner. What do we have? Okay, maybe a studio shooting area. Is that a little duck? It's a little ghost. Ooh, very Halloween centric. Very Halloween centric. Okay. Ooh, I definitely want to keep this outside. Planter. Nice little planter lined up. Yep. Some of these I might keep inside. But for the time being, I want to make sure they get some nice sunlight. There we go. Little drawing. I believe this is for mixing paint. Okay. We have the actual easel. I'm gonna put the statue there until we get... Ooh. I assume I can't put it up there. Okay. Is this charcoal, I believe? Finger sculptor. Need our tools. What are you mad about? There we go. Alright. Old-timey camera. Let's get some of the huge things out, because I think that's going to give us some proper space, you know? I like the idea of this being here. Put like a little picture area over here. Nice fun circles. Lots of wall decor. Oh, it's almost a full face. We can make something interesting out of that. Tire. More tools. We fit a lot in this little box. Wouldn't mind. Okay, so I'm debating. I really like the idea of this being our little art area. Now that I'm up like this, I can see this is slightly off-centered. It's a little bit better. That's not enough space. So what if instead... Now we have a little bit more some purpose, little form and function, if you will. Let's see if we can get this all the way back. Perfect. So we do have a little spot that we zoomed in super far. Let me walk back up here. Perfect. So we have a little spot where we can get all of our, what I would presume, woodworking done. Although these look like clamps in the sense that I need it like this. So we'll get it like that. I'm not gonna use this A, I already know that. Put some more tools up on the wall. Can never have enough. Curious if she's the creator of the game. Ooh, some abstract. I want to do, I think honestly that type of art was more like what you would find in an artist's place. Ooh, yeah. Having two sets. This isn't where they're gonna end up, but that isn't where they're gonna end up, but it is going to be. I can put this outside, but I do want to see him. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff out. Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna use the tire. Okay. Step stool, I'd like to keep that around the statue, because I gotta imagine to make it, you gotta climb up. That there. Nice little wicker chair. Little stool or something. Nice seat. Little director's chair. I don't think I would end up using the director's chair. Let's see, we got some stuff for outside. Put it right here so that when we go out we can be reminded to clean up. Or to water everything. Move a bike. Park it at the tree. Can I put a helmet on the bike? There we go. It's a nice little reminder. This on the table for a chance. Although being on the chair does make more sense. Do something like this. I don't mind that, but there we go. I love the little Halloween decor. This little mug. Is that a pumpkin mug? It does seem like it. Another one. We'll make this place good for one. Good for one. Little teacup. Little saucer for the teacup. Some more pumpkins. Okay. So, we now have it set up for everything that could be, that we think we could use is out. Which is fantastic. So we're going to toss this up here. We're going to bring, it's on wheels though, so realistically they would roll this out to then get up to there, up to their tools up here. So I do actually kind of like it being there. These are what? We got some wrenches. This is more of like outside, I would imagine. Oh, put you up there for a second. I really like the wicker style. So I'm going to get rid of, I guess, the face. And then I love any set of 3 art that can do. Oh, that can just be off-centered for the purpose of being off-centered. So let's see what we can get done with that. Could do something like this and maybe break up that contrast with that little sun there. And then we could do the similar thing up here. I think I know I like that, but I think doing something like that would be better. I almost want to make it, what do we think? Curious, what if we put this back here so that's accessible for when we're working on this, and then we make a nice little, like almost solar little constellation up there, but maybe we drop it a little bit. But there we go. And then I do want to make a little like reading nook. Maybe to fill up this space, we put this in front of it too. Okay, okay. Hold on. And then, could I have the ladder, please? Ladder right by our statue we've been working on. Yeah, with the tools right there. Okay, you see, you see. I want her to be in the light so that we're working on that very clearly. That looks centered, perfect. Okay. And then I want to make like a little, I think this little corner right down here is going to be perfect for like extra supplies type of thing. Let's see if we can make something like that. So we'll throw together a little reading nook so that you can feel safe, like secure, that you know it's for someone to come up to you. You got this right area. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I like that contrast. Okay. And then so we got this, and then we got put that up against here. So now we have form and function. It's kind of like these little divvied off sections. Okay, okay. And then since we're reading here, we'll toss this. Yep, yep, yep. Then I do like their pumpkins, so I want to do something with that. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I was just saying, but I think actually I want to put this up here as well. So it's another thing for us to make. Draw, perfect. So if we're drawing that realistically, would we want it like our paints over here too. Put the handle like that so we can drag it out. Perfect. Okay, let's put the lockers up front so that when we get in from driving our motorcycle, we'll be able to immediately toss everything into our locker, which then gives us space up top, not for the big pumpkin, but for the 2 little pumpkins and the ghost. And it just so happens that there is 3 spots. No, that's perfect. Keeps putting them on top of the pumpkin. There we go. then instead I'll do this. If I put a chair in front of it, it will make it pretty unusable. So instead, we're gonna make it a nice open spot where we can appreciate the art that's being worked on. You can have some tea. Have this for... I don't think we'll need the fan. Have this for a little radio action. Okay. And then we'll have a little bit of our fun side coming out with that the pumpkin cup, and then a little bit more of our fancy side. And our pumpkin and our extra blanket we'll toss right here. Okay. We'll get rid of the camera, and then for our old-fashioned video, we'll actually put the camera and video up here. So that we have an easy grab of it. Alright. I don't think we need this stuff. So I think that's pretty good. So we have kind of our inspo wall. Let's scoot it over a little bit to give it some equal spacing from this. We have our ladder to be able to get up and continue working on everything. We have our very nice shadow contrast and kind of form area. We have all of our tools for painting right by it, and then we have this nice little conversational area. I can't turn it fully around to get this leveled out, so we're gonna give it our best shot, which I think is that. My sister's quilt, beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty perfect. Grab a quick little picture of it because I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I think we're good. Ah, so it's the one we keep seeing getting put up in the attic and then also the artist area. But hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a introduction to the game called Hozy. If anyone hasn't told you today, or if you just haven't heard it recently, know that you're loved, know that you're appreciated, and that you have such great importance in this world. All right, see y'all next time.